Dear children, we are continuing our English class Standard 9, learning the game by Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. Today, we are going to study from page number 21, last paragraph onwards. What do you say about having class, English class in English? Do you follow? You try, let us have today's class only in English. Without using Malayalam, can we learn English? Let us see today's motivation. In the last class, we used Malayalam and English. But today I think we shall communicate, interpret the lesson, today's class only in English. If you have any objection, you can comment in your discussion group. I shall see to it. The camp involved a session every morning and evening at Shivaji Park. I would practice between 7:30 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. in the morning. The camp involved, that means that included a session every morning and evening. The morning was at 7:30 to 10:30. 3 hours practice in the morning and evening. And 10:30 a.m. in the morning, that is in the beginning. Morning 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Then I'd come back in the afternoon and practice till late evening. He had to do the homework. Everything, every study has some homework. We have to do something at home. Part of a study, the home study. He had his own way of practicing it at home. The schedule was rigorous and I would be exhausted by the end of the day. Rigorous means very hard. Rigorous means very hard. He had to work hard. And he would be exhausted, completely dried of energy by night. Traveling to Shivaji Park took 40 minutes from my house in Bandra, and I had to catch an early morning bus to make it on time. 45 minutes by bus. The school was 45 minutes distance from the house, and he had to go early morning to catch the first bus and reach there for the practice at 7:30. For the first few days, Ajit accompanied me. First some days, his brother was accompanying him, going with him. Accompany means go along with. To get more used to the routine. Routine means daily activities. During his bus journeys, he would talk to me about the nuances of batting. Nuances means new ways, not a nuisance. Nuances of batting. How to bat. The tricks of batting was discussed by his brother. Whereas when we travel, what do? We sleep in the bus. Here, Ajit was talking to his brother Sachin all 45 minutes. That means another coach. Ajit was another coach of Sachin. He was giving the techniques of batting. And I always enjoyed these conversations a lot. But you don't like some advices like that. You don't like advices at all. Here, on the way to the school, to the practice, Ajit was giving some advices. and Sachin enjoyed it. Whereas you hate advice. You don't like the advice of parents, teachers, elders and so on. Here, Sachin enjoyed talking with Ajit, or Ajit talk always. In fact, the one thing that I have kept with me all my career is a note that Ajit gave me containing some thoughts about batting. It is as a very personal coaching manual. See, whatever Ajit told, Sachin used to note down. Whatever a teacher says in the class, it is evaporated in the atmosphere. You don't remember what happened if you are asked in the evening what happened in the first period in the tutorial or in the school, you don't know what is happening. But here, everything was noted. That is what you have to imitate from Sachin. Whatever others say, note down. That is a manual. That is a coaching manual. Whatever Ajit said was a coaching manual to Sachin Tendulkar. As a child, I had only one set of cricket clothes, and the routine was to wash them as soon as I returned from the morning session. See? Now Sachin, Sachin is the richest man in India. Sachin is the richest, I don't say, is a richer man in India. But once upon a time, he had only one suit, that means a game's dress. As a child, I had only one set of cricket clothes, and the routine was to wash them as soon as I'd return from the morning session. So, every day, Sachin had to come and wash his dress. After going for the practice, returning home, he had to wash that uniform, because in the afternoon, same dress, no spare he had. While I had my lunch, the clothes would dry out in the sun and I would wear them again in the afternoon. By the time he has his lunch in the sun, that sports dress would get dried, and he used to wear the same and go for the practice in the afternoon. The pattern was repeated in the evening so that I could use the same set of clothes the following morning. The system worked well. Apart from my pockets, there was never quite enough time for the pockets to dry out completely, and for the entire duration of the camp, I played with wet pockets. See? The pockets used not to get dried up. Every day he played, he used the suit, that means the game's uniform, with the wet pocket. There was no time enough to get it dried. By the middle of the summer camp, Sir had started taking an active interest in my batting, and at the end of the 2 months informed Ajit that I had the potential to be a good cricketer if I practiced all year round. However, my school, the New English School in Bandra, Mumbai, did not have cricket facilities, and Sir was keen for me to change schools if I wanted to pursue cricket seriously. Now, summer vacation. During this summer vacation, the camp was very, very rigorous, very strict, very hard. After 2 months training, the master told Ajit that Sachin has a good future if he takes care. Sachin has a good future if he takes care as a cricketer, not as a usual student, as a cricketer, he has a bright future. But see that his school is not suitable for that, because in his school there was no importance for cricket. If you want to make him a cricketer, change his school. And he advised him to make him get admission in the school where Achrekar sir was teaching. One evening, sir called my father and put forward his suggestion. Ajit was in the room with my father at the time, and they both accepted that it was necessary if cricket was to be my priority. So one day, this Achrekar sir called Sachin's father and advised him that he has a bright future in cricket, and if you want to allow him, if you wish to allow him, he would become a great cricketer. But his school is not favorable for that, so it is advisable to change his school and get admission in the school where Achrekar sir was teaching. And Ajit was in the room when this message, when this phone call, or when this information came. My father sat me down and explained that while he did not have any objections to my changing school, I should do so only if I was really seriously about playing cricket. I assured him I was really serious about, and so it was agreed that I should move to Shardashram Vidya Mandir, where Achrekar sir was the cricket coach. So father called Sachin and made him sit there. He told that he had no objection. If Sachin wanted to become a cricketer, there was no objection. He would change the school where Achrekar sir was teaching. To that school he would get admission. And Sachin was very happy. He assured his father that he would satisfy his father's wish. All my excess energies were getting channeled into cricket, which acted as a kind of safety valve. My father always said that all he wanted me to do was give it my best effort without worrying about the results. So one condition was there. Father said, no problem to change the school, but only condition that he should satisfy his ambition. Let us stop there, and we will have the next class from the next paragraph.